If you've been looking to purchase a house in San Francisco and it felt like everything is out of reach, it might be because you're looking at the wrong neighborhoods. I've lived in this city for almost my entire life. While working with buyers and being attuned to the market, these are the 5 neighborhoods I genuinely think are undervalued. These neighborhoods are where you go to get more for your money, and the lifestyle is better than people expect. Let's get into it. Before we get into the neighborhoods, I just want to be clear about one thing. When I say the word value, I don't mean compromised. I don't mean you'd have to settle. What I mean is that relative to the rest of San Francisco, you're getting good value for your money. You might get more square footage, more lot size, more community, and more upside, and all for less money. San Francisco is really a city for microclimates, microcultures, and really microeconomics. The median home price in Noe Valley compared to the median home price in the Excelsior is on a completely different world. If you're buying in San Francisco, that gap is exactly what you need to understand. So let's get into it neighborhood by neighborhood. 5 places that I think buyers are getting the best bang for their buck. Starting off, we're going to speak about Portola. If you're not familiar with the Portola district, you're not alone. Many people I know that have lived in the city for almost their entire lives could not even point it out. This is on the southern eastern part of San Francisco, tucked between 101 and McLaren Park. It has a character that a lot of San Francisco neighborhoods have lost. It's a genuine working class residential neighborhood. Here, the housing stock mostly consists of single family homes, and these are ones with outdoor spaces and yards that you could actually use. One of the greatest benefits you get living here is your proximity to McLaren Park. This is right in your backyard and is one of the most underrated places in San Francisco. It's the second largest park in San Francisco at over 315 acres and is 3 times the size of Dolores Park. Here you can enjoy hiking trails, a golf course, and views that you would not expect. From a pricing standpoint, this area is one of the most affordable neighborhoods in San Francisco. The median price home here is between $1.2 and $1.3 million. That's a number for an actual house with a yard in San Francisco proper. I'd tell people that this place hasn't been fully discovered or appreciated just yet. It's clean, safe, and has a strong community identity. If you want the feel of a real neighborhood, then Portola should be on your list. Up next, we're going to talk about Outer Sunset and Outer Parkside. I'll group these together because they share the same essential character. Both of these locations are on the west part of the city. And when I say west, I mean west-west, all the way west, as close as you can get to the beach as possible. They're right next to the Pacific Ocean, and because of that, you have to deal with fog. Ocean Beach is just a short walk or bike ride away, and it's where the pace feels completely different than the rest of the city. Now, the Sunset is one of the largest residential areas in San Francisco. It's dominated by single-family homes and 2-unit buildings, most of which were constructed in the 40s and 50s. The homes that haven't been renovated have good bones and great potential. A lot of them also have in-law units or have the potential footprint to add one. So if you're looking for income potential or want a space for multiple generational living, then this is a great spot. Pricing out here is much more accessible than the Inner Sunset or other areas like West Portal. Now, the median price home here is between $1.7 and $1.8 million. For that, you're likely getting a 2 or 3 bedroom home with a garage, a small yard, and you'll be able to live in one of the biggest food destinations in the city. The honest trade-off here is obviously the fog and the commute. If you're working downtown, getting to and from the Outer Sunset can be a bit of a hassle. And if you're someone who needs sunshine 6 days a week, the marine layer is difficult to deal with. But for buyers who want space or appreciate a beach lifestyle, this could be a great option. You're not going to pay anywhere near Noe Valley pricing, and that's a benefit. Up next, we're going to speak about the Excelsior. This sits on the southern part of the city and is actually one of the most diverse neighborhoods in the entire city. The Mission Street corridor here is something that most neighborhoods cannot replicate. Here, you get real, authentic restaurants and a real feeling of daily life. What makes this neighborhood stand out from a buyer's perspective is its combination of size, meaning square footage, and price. Homes here tend to be larger than other comparable neighborhoods in the city. And I'm talking about living space, not just the number of bedrooms. The median home price here is between $1.2 and $1.3 million. The Excelsior district also borders McLaren Park, so you have great outdoor access here. Also, transit is solid here. You have multiple Muni lines and you have easy access to 101 and 280. If you're a first-time home buyer in San Francisco and want the most home for your dollar, then this is probably one of the first neighborhoods I'd recommend you check out. It's not trendy, but it has character, community, and has genuinely appreciated over time. That combination can be hard to find. By the way, hi everyone, my name is Epstein and I'm a lifelong San Franciscan and realtor here in the Bay Area. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, invest, or even rent a home in or near the area, I'd be more than happy to help you. Please feel free to contact me at my contact information below. Thanks for watching, and let's get back into the video. Next, we're gonna speak about one of the neighborhoods I grew up in, and it's one that many people, including longtime San Francisco residents, don't know. Silver Terrace. This is a small, mostly residential neighborhood on the southern eastern part of the city. It's tucked between 101 and the Cesar Chavez corridor. It's not a neighborhood that anyone thinks about when they think of real estate in San Francisco. You're not gonna find it in any best of lists, but it is one of the most affordable places in the city, and I think it deserves an honest look. What you're getting here is low density, single family homes, most of which have yards, which is hard to find in the city, especially at the price you're paying, because the median home price here is still just under $1 million. Now, the trade-off here is that you are adjacent to the Bayview neighborhood. This area has had a complicated history and is still transitional. But here's the context I'd want someone to keep in mind if they're looking in the area. There's a lot of money moving into this part of the city. Think of the Caltrain updates and what's to come at what used to be Candlestick Park, where the 49ers previously played. Silver Terrace is very close to where a lot of this activity is happening. Transit-wise, you're close to 101 and 280, and from a food perspective, you have Silver Avenue, which has a great variety of options. This area is a legitimate option with high upside for those that want to get in at a lower price point. Now, up next, we're going to talk about a community that's nearby called Visitacion Valley. Visitacion Valley, or VisVal as some locals like to call it, rounds out our list and is also on the southern eastern part of the city. As you can see, this really is the value corridor. Here, Brisbane borders to the south and Daly City to its west. The area has a tight neighborhood feel while having a greenway that runs through the heart of the neighborhood. Visitacion Valley Greenway is genuinely lovely. It's one of those neighborhood assets that you won't hear about, but residents love. From a pricing perspective, this area is one of the most affordable places to look. The median home price here is between $1 and $1.1 million. Critically, the housing stock here tends to be a lot larger than other comparable neighborhoods. You're typically not going to fight over a 900 square foot Victorian. Here, you can find homes with actual floor plans. This also isn't the most central location, but you do have places you can go for food and whatnot on Leland Avenue, which is within its neighborhood, and not that far away, you can go to the outer Mission, and on Mission Street, you have a ton of options. You're also very close to where 101 and 280 come together, making it easy to hop on the freeway. If you want a community with real roots, then I think Vis Valley is underrated. Okay, so let's recap. We've spoken about 5 different neighborhoods, all with different feels within San Francisco. Portola gives you a single family home with McLaren Park as its backyard and a strong community. The outer Sunset and Parkside give you beach access, space, in-law potential, and a food scene that will surprise you. The Excelsior gives you the most home for your dollar. Here, you'll have a diverse, stable, and community-oriented neighborhood. Silver Terrace might have the most upside with one of the lowest entry points in the city. Vis Valley is an area that most buyers overlook but shouldn't. Here, you'll have newer housing stock and a beautiful greenway. The thing I want you to take away from this video is that value does exist, even in a city that's as expensive as San Francisco. Now, you might not look in the neighborhoods that everyone speaks about, but if you do the work and look beyond the obvious, you might find a place that you'll want to call home. The buyers that do the best are the ones that try to understand the whole city and find the best opportunities within it. I hope this video helped you. Now that's going to do it and wrap things up for this video. Thanks so much for watching. It would mean the world to me if you could like, comment, and subscribe. The best way to actually support me is by sharing this video with some family or friends who you think could find value out of it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.